My name is Jerry Lauer. I'm the Program Director for the Dorothy Day Center.
My name is Wendy Popper, and I am a supervisor here at the Dorothy Day Center.
Historically, the Dorothy Day Center came into existence around 1980, and it was the actual facility was in our current courtyard, which is kind of the focus of the art project. Mm-hmm. And that was a small, older building that operated just during the day. It was a place for folks to come and get a meal, maybe emergency food shelf, and then it expanded into services such as rent assistance or hygiene items, that kind of stuff. But it quickly outgrew that site, and so it was kind of a joint effort between businesses in the community and Catholic Charities, and a larger facility was built.
Within the facility, we have overnight services where we have up to 200 people sleeping on the floor on mats. And then during the day, we serve lunch and supper. And then there is several other agencies that operate through our facility. So Healthcare for the Homeless does healthcare. We have other agencies that will come and do foot clinics. We have Housing First that will help people find housing, both short-term and long-term housing. We have mental health. And there's just many outreach. So we have outreach workers for youth, we have outreach workers for mentally ill, we have outreach workers for people with chemical dependency issues. There's just many other agencies that are using our facility to outreach to those who are in need. We also have a women's program that has long and short-term housing that is on the second floor of our building and that has case management. And we're just really trying to encompass all of the needs of folks, and there's still a food shelf that is in the building as well.
One of the things that is difficult about what we do here is the courtyard that I mentioned earlier is a place where folks can be during the day or at night to be kind of by the center in the fresh sun air. But it also has a fenced-in area, and it can become more of a situation where people are on display, and our goal would be to create the space that is available for folks to enjoy the fresh air, but not have them feel like they are on display. And so conceptually it would be a great connection, I think, with the art community to help us establish how that might look. But we also have ongoing needs because the art community wants to bring plays into the facility. They want to engage our community as well because there's a number of folks in our community that have artistic talent, but again are on the streets and don't have anything to nurture that. So the goal here would be to find a way to incorporate all of those things. Right now we have a fairly large facility. In many ways it's very institutional, with attempts to make it more aesthetically pleasing through attempting to put artwork here and there. But one of the things I think we want to continue to do is create a calming atmosphere. And I think having someone who has an eye for that, someone who has an eye for style and aesthetic beauty would really enhance the courtyard, but also give our folks something that everybody looks for in their lives, a beautiful place to be. And that would be great to have that be something that the Dorothy Day Center at the gateway of the city of St. Paul brings out. Last year in 2009, there were 5,800 unique individuals who came to the Dorothy Day Center. So almost 6,000 different people came to the center. There were, I believe, close to 2,500 different people who spent the night on the floor. The volume of folks coming through, I think, is one of the things that's important to understand too. And one of the things that happens when you're talking about that many people is you lose the familiarity, you lose that one-on-one contact.
I think it's just really important to be able to reach out in many different ways. For every person who walks in the door, they have a different story, every single one. So there's 5,800 different stories. And what one person can reach out to is different from what another person has. And so if we can reach folks in as many different ways as possible where they are, I think that that's going to really impact their lives.